What's up, you guys? Preston James here from the Laughing Buddha Recording Studio here in Los Angeles, California, bringing you a very quick mix tutorial tip kind of thing. And obviously, as you can tell from the title, this is parallel compression / New York compression, which really just means parallel compression. And there's various different ways to do this, but I wanted to put this one out there because I do not see this one very often. And I just used it in a mix, so and it was very helpful. So hopefully this can help you as well. And you can really do this with anything. Again, no rules, right? All right, so this mix is pretty much done, and I have copied everything. So now I will say this is taxing on your computer, but I have a couple of things. One is I am using, am I using any Waves plugins? Nope, I sure am not, but are not Waves, I'm sorry, Universal Audio. So when I do, it's obviously they have their own DSP and it's external, it's separate. But I have Waves and FabFilter, so it can be taxing on your computer depending on your computer and RAM and all that kind of stuff. So this isn't, I'm not suggesting to do this on every single mix. Because especially when you have dense mixes, like a lot of instrumentation or a lot of vocals, you won't be able to get away with this as much as you would as with a song like this, right? Where it's just a vocal, no backgrounds, no ad-libs. It's just very simple, which I love, but it enabled me to do this technique for parallel compression when I was mixing his vocal. So first things first, making a double. Actually, the double, as you can see, dup or dupe one, duplicate one is actually the main vocal. That's why the reverb's on here. And I use the main vocal that I recorded as the one that I'm going to ride into the main vocal. And same with down here. So the dupe is the main one at the bottom, and this one up here is the kind of background, if you will. So let's hear it. Let's just see what's going on here.
Lost it all again, watched it crash and burn right in front of my eyes. Feels like a piece of my heart been gone ever since my brother them died. I looked to the sky and I said, God, why? Now I gotta get gone, now I gotta get high. I look in the mirror and I still have questions. I don't even think I can trust my eyes, for real. Lost it all again, watched it crash and burn right in front of my eyes. Feels like a piece of my heart been gone ever since my brother them died.
Hey, now to my ear, I'm hearing it. I'm like, the beat needs to come up a little bit. We're not gonna mess with all that right now. All right, so I'm going to show you the actual vocal by itself, and we'll see what that sounds like.
Lost it all again, watched it crash and burn right in front of my eyes. Feels like a piece of my heart been gone ever since my brother them died. I looked to the sky and I said, God, why? Now I gotta get gone, now I gotta get high. I look in the mirror and I still have questions. I don't even think I can trust my eyes, for real.
All right, so that is the vocal by itself, and then now I'm going to do the parallel processing or the duplicate and show you what it sounds like with that mixed in.
Lost it all again, watched it crash and burn right in front of my eyes. Feels like a piece of my heart been gone ever since my brother them died. I looked to the sky and I said, God, why? Now I gotta get gone, now I gotta get high. I look in the mirror and I still have questions. I don't even think I can trust my eyes, for real. Lost it all again, watched it crash and burn right in front of my eyes. Feels like a piece of my heart been gone ever since my brother them died. I looked to the sky and I said, God, why? Now I gotta get gone, now I gotta get high. I look in the mirror and I still have questions. I don't even think I can trust my eyes, for real.
All right, a couple of things. First is, I still think our vocal's too loud. First is that some of you will probably think that when you duplicate a vocal, you get that weird pingy robotic sound, which more often than not is true. But there's one difference here that I've done on this vocal, and that is, let's see, on the main vocal, right? So the dup one, this one right here, the bottom one on the top two, has an RVox right here as the main compressor. Now on my smashed vocal, which is what you do to the vocal that you're going to ride into the main vocal, right? So let me back up on that. I got this vocal exactly where I wanted it. This bottom vocal, I got it exactly where I wanted it. Perfect, cool. Then what I did was I thought to myself, it's a little skinny. It's a little light. I need some more weight to the vocal. And I tried a bunch of different things and nothing was really sticking out to me that was working the way that I wanted it to. So I used this trick, which was doubling it, parallel processing the vocal, and smashing the duplicate of the vocal, and in this case with an 1176, but you can really use anything. So I'm smashing the vocal with an 1176 with CLA 76, and then that's what I wrote into my main vocal that I felt was too skinny. So this one to me was a little too skinny.
Lost it all again, watched it crash and burn right in front of my eyes. Feels like a piece of my heart been gone ever since my brother them died. Lost it all again, watched it crash and burn right in front of my eyes. Feels like a piece of my heart been gone ever since my brother them died. I looked to the sky and I said, God, why? Now I gotta get gone, now I gotta get high. I look in the mirror and I still have questions. I don't even think I could trust my eyes, for real. Lost it all again, watched it.
So you see how it added weight to it? And let's see, let's watch this compressor and see what's happening.
Lost it all again, watched it crash and burn right in front of my eyes. Feels like a piece of my heart been gone ever since my brother them died. I looked to the sky and I said, God, why? Now I gotta get gone, now I gotta get high. I look in the mirror and I still have questions. I don't even think I can trust my eyes, for real.
All right, so a lot of times people will put the ratio on 20, which I honestly just forgot about doing, and it sounded good where it was, so I just left it. And again, that's that thing, if you watch another one of my videos, I talk about where we do things because we think that's what we're supposed to do and that's how it's supposed to be. Which again, there is a lot of rules of thumb with certain things, but you just do what you want and see what sounds good. So, right, I took this technique and I started applying it the way that I read about in Bobby Orwinski's Mix Engineer's Handbook. And if you haven't read it or looked at any of those, please look at those. It's an amazing book. Shout out Mr. Orwinski. All right. I think that's how you say his last name. But it talks about parallel compression, and I think you're, in a lot of them, not specifically his book, but you're supposed to put it to 20, the ratio of 20. I did not, obviously, but it worked for me. So that's what really matters, right? At the end of the day, that's what matters. If it works, it sounds good, it is good. So fast attack, fast release. So it's hitting immediately and it's releasing immediately, right? It's a vocal, so it's moving really quick. And it ended up working. So yeah.
Lost it all again, watched it crash and burn right in front of my eyes. Feels like a piece of my heart been gone ever since my brother them died. I looked to the sky and I said, God, why? Now I gotta get gone, now I gotta get high. I look in the mirror and I still have questions. I don't even think.
See, that's all it's doing. I have the one that I'm smashing. This is what it sounds like.
Lost it all again, watched it crash and burn right in front of my eyes. Feels like a piece of my heart been gone ever since my brother them died. I looked to the sky and I said, God, why? Now I gotta get gone, now I gotta get high. I look in the mirror and I still have questions. I don't even think I could trust my eyes, for real. Lost it all again, watched it crash and burn right in.
All right, so you see how it's not as clear and it's kind of staticky. It's like highly saturated and pushed. Because that's the technique, right? You're smashing the vocal and you're riding it with that compression into the lead main vocal. And it gives it this weight, this character that's not like any other. And again, this technique is different than other parallel compression too, because you're actually taking a physical copy of the main vocal and it changes the whole dynamic of the processing and the song. You have all these other plugins on there, right? Because I could just run this on a aux, on a send, and then just feed this into the vocal. Or I could smash it and use the mix knob, right? There's various different ways you can do it. But this technique, it worked and I liked it for this. I think it has something to do with actually being a physical double, a duplicate of the vocal, right? Because that stuff matters. It's going to sound different when you just do it through an aux send and you just smash that and send it into the vocal compared to what I've done here and make an actual duplicate of the vocal and smash that duplicate. Hopefully that makes sense and it wasn't too confusing. I will, as I have before, I've talked about compression, I've talked about parallel compression, I'm talking about it again here. I will do other videos on different styles of parallel compression, just compression in general, and how I use it for my mixes and overall music and tone. Yeah, so hopefully that makes sense. Please like, follow, subscribe. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for stopping by and showing me some love. I truly, truly do appreciate it. So thank you. Again, my name is Preston James here at the Laughing Buddha Recording Studio in Los Angeles, California. Yeah, talk to you soon.